What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt from Matt Does Everything, and today we are playing perhaps one of my most favorite server game modes on Minecraft. I'm probably going to make a small series out of this because it's a lot of fun. But for those who don't know, this is MineZ. It is a survival aspected... I have no stuff on me. That's weird. It's a take on, I believe, DayZ that I've never played. I'm going to off myself again because I'm supposed to start with gear and I didn't. But it's all sorts of fun. It's got all sorts of custom dungeons, mechanics, stuff like that. Actually, I'll walk through this beginning part and have a short discussion about what it's about. So, zombies and players make this world very dangerous. You're going to need to find gear so you can face the threats around you and have any chance of survival. Food is very important, as each piece of food restores half a heart, and regen from a full hunger bar is disabled. It's hard to find, so food should be your -- 1 priority. This is a bit not true, but having food is definitely good. It's just, it's a lot more common than you think. When you take damage, you may start bleeding. While bleeding, you slowly take damage. Use a bandage to stop the bleeding or for extra heal. Armor is very important for your survival, to your survival. These treasures can be found in military chests all around the world. You can find better armor by heading to the dangerous northern part of the world. And that is true. So the way this game is set up is that but the further north you go, the harder things get, but the more rarity of armor you can find. Weapons are found around the world. Basic wood and stone can be found near the coast. The best gear is found by heading into the dangerous northern part of the world. Zombies here run faster, think smarter, hoard bigger, hit harder, smell uglier. Overall, they will kill you. There are rumors of even stronger foes up north. Rumors of a disease that is contracted by zombie bite have spread, though no one can confirm it. If the rumor is to be believed, milk is the only cure. Snowballs will save your life. Use them to distract zombies so you can make your escape, or to lure a horde towards your worst enemy. Loot chests are the source of everything you will need for your survival. They can be found in towns and in ruins. Better loot can be found by heading towards the north. Many items have to be crafted. This includes the best types of food. However, crafting tables are not found everywhere. Make careful decisions on what you carry. Healing items are the most efficient way to recover health. You can find them in sacred places like churches. Up north, you can find better potions and golden apples. Your experience bar is your visibility to zombies. Depending on how you move, you are more visible. Nighttime and rain lower your visibility slightly. Consuming sugar will give you a temporary health boost. Use it wisely because after it wears off, you will become infected with slowness for a few seconds. A hoe can be used to harvest melons, wheat, beetroot, and mushrooms. Keep an eye out for them. Many of the best foods come from farms containing craftable items. Shift right click while you are holding shears and you will open the healing menu to deposit bandages and ointment. Shift left click on a player to heal them with the selected items. If you are more than 250 blocks away from another player, you cannot hear them. If you are above Z of 200, you will be inside the PvE zone. As you go below Z of 200, PvP will be enabled. Ender pearls act as grenades. Throwing one will cause it to explode on impact, dealing lots of damage and stunning zombies. Use them to your advantage. Some graves can be dug up with an iron shovel. Look for graves like the one below. Using your shovel, break the mossy cobblestone and see what you dig up. Buttons, while very uncommon, can be used for opening iron doors and some other suspicious-looking areas for some great loot. Keep an eye out for places where you can use them. Diamonds got your attention. Inventory management is vital to your survival. Most items do not stack. You won't be finding any of these beauties out there. Your experience level is your current thirst level. Carry lots of water. You can die from dehydration. Empty water bottles can be refilled from a water source. Headshots will do 2 times the damage as a normal shot, and they make no noise on hit. Use this to your advantage. Arrows are limited to 15 in a stack. Aim true. With that said, we're just going to get started. You can get started just easily by clicking the zombie head. And with that, we will begin. I still didn't start with any equipment. What is going on? Am I just not supposed to have equipment? This is real annoying. So, oh god, I started way off. Okay. Your coordinates are very important in this game. There are, I believe, 30 to 40 different spawn points along the coast, which, after I get to a safe spot, I will probably show off the map that you can look up by, I believe, just going to minezmap.com. Gonna look at right now, actually. MineZmap. Yep, .com. I will actually bring it over here and show it off to you real quick. So this is the MineZ map. It shows every location coordinates-wise, and as you zoom in, you see more stuff. You see the spawn points. You see the red represents dungeons, which are very difficult locations. So for me, I actually spawned down here at 37. So the nearest town for me, because apparently I spawned with no stuff now, would be Guten, which is probably where I'll head. Yep, this map can be accessed easily from minezmap.com, and I will be using it frequently throughout this playthrough just because it's very useful to have an idea of where you are and that sort of thing. So I'm going to swap back over to the Minecraft, hopefully not be dying to a zombie as we start this and get going. So, oh man, this is going to be a long walk if I don't have any water. Ordinarily, you're supposed to spawn with a water bottle, a wooden sword, a bandage, and what they call a radio, which is an Eye of Ender. That essentially is how you talk to a global standpoint, though it can be adjusted for radio signals if you want to talk in private to friends. It's just very odd that I didn't spawn with any of that, and I think that's a bug. However, I just need to head in this direction for about 200 more blocks, and we should see Guten come into frame. And I won't be spending a lot of time here. There is a lot of lore in this game too, which I will be sure to point out and read as we come across it. Because I think the story in this game is very interesting, but I find that about everything. So, and we see the path that is leading towards Guten, which is great. And we will make our way that direction. So the really cool thing about this is that it's a very unique take on surviving in Minecraft, and I like playing on the PvP side of it. There is, for those who don't like the idea of facing other players on top of everything that's available here, there is a PvE portion to it, though I'm not 100% sure that's available to the public. I've never actually tried. I like the PvP because it's intense situations when you find another player, and especially when they're on equal terms with you and you just get into matches with them, or when you see one who's a lot more geared than yourself, so you try and run and hide, and hopefully try and get away. So it's a lot of fun. So here we see a antidote, right click to drink to cure you of disease, and an empty glass bottle, which is nice. Could really use a sword because, again, I'm just... Okay, that'll work. So that is a stone axe. We will just keep on searching around the buildings. So the stone axe, I believe, and this could have been changed, but ordinarily, the stone axe's purpose is if you're being attacked by multiple zombies, when you swing, it acts as a small AoE in front of you. Whether or not that's still true, I don't know. It was when I first started playing this game, but that was when I was in high school 5 years ago, if not later. So, not entirely sure on that. Another important thing to see is that... Hold on, I heard a groan. Where are you at, buddy? Huh? Where are you? There he is. Alright, we're just going to ignore him for now. Unless he comes in. So, another important thing to realize is that if you... a lot of the stuff you'll find will be damaged already. However, for at least non-enchanted equipment, which there are points later on where you can find enchanted stuff, it can be repaired. So, don't stress too much about that. And I need you to just not pay attention to me. One thing to know when you're playing this game, too, a tell for if there are players or not in the area around you is to actually see the amount of zombies that are there. As you play the game and as you get into new places, as the chunks load, zombies will become more and more frequent. Their spawn rates will actually balance out. But starting out, if there's no one there, there shouldn't be any zombies there either. So that is a very important thing to notice. We're just going to go up this tower. If I can get a bow and a few more arrows, that would be really nice. Because then I can just start taking these guys out from afar. Nope, that's a bunch of armor, though. So I don't actually need these leather pants, because mine are full. I'm going to put these two chest plates together, though. So we're just going to walk down here. Now I'm going to spend some time here until I've at least got some food and enough water bottles to be able to take me to Carmi, which is the next big city that we'll find on our path following the coast. I also do want to find the lore here, because there's normally lore in about every city. And it's always interesting to know what that is, because lore is a lot of fun for me. Oh, you're right there. Ow. Alright, cool. That didn't go too bad. He did half a heart of damage. There's nothing really in this farm. Unfortunately, I spawned near one of the lesser towns. A wisp of warm air can be felt emitted from below. So I think that's a secret of some kind. Must be a way down. And I apologize if you can hear the mower outside. There are people mowing right now, because we just had a pretty big rainstorm. Alright, so see, right there in that corner it says my throat feels a bit parched. That's the sign that you are losing water, or that you need to drink water. Oh, right there, I guess. A carrot. Wonder how you go down, though. I don't know. Not the point. So I'm just going to hop over here, get some fresh water, drink, and refill my bottle. So now we are going to keep on wandering through town. I believe there's a church here, which is good because I could use some potions before we head out, which it's very important to stock up on those. So here's the antibiotic. This is the same as the milk, but it can only be used on other players. And it can be put into a pair of shears, or it needs to be put into a pair of shears in order to function properly. I'm going to repair my boots. There's that. A little bit of inventory maintenance. Keep the snowball on me because it's nice. When playing solo, my equipment tends to change than when I'm playing with my friends. And that's just because I can put a precedence on more important things when we have more inventory spots to share. Hey, bud. What you doing? Ow. That wasn't really worth it, but... Another very important thing to realize is that when you take damage or when you get into a fight with a zombie, 9 times out of 10, that will incur more zombies to come after you. Like that. So be very careful. Fortunately, I'm in a church and I can grab a bunch of potions. Start healing off of. So we're just going to grab a whole bunch of these. I like to carry about 8 on me, especially when solo, just because they are very important. And they can be refilled in a lot of places. So it's just a preference, I guess. I'm almost at the point where I can leave. But I do want to find... I would love to find a pair of shears. But I have not found any yet. Oh, speaking of... Oh, and a bowl. Good. So this is the shears that I was talking about. This is the support kit. As you can see, it has 0 of 10 for everything. Bandages, healing, antibiotic, stimulant, revitalizer, and aloe. And then the total player cooldown time is 60 seconds. That's how often I can heal someone. So in order to fill it, you right-click, or you shift-right-click, and then you just click in your stuff. So click in the ointment, click in the antibiotics, and now they're in there. 1 of 1, 1 of 1. The healing ointment gives regeneration. So that you can heal more naturally, or you can heal more off of a single bandage. Let's see. As opposed to the healing ointment that's meant for a disease. I'm actually going to turn this off for now because it's kind of clouding my my look. Speaking of a bandages right there, which I'm not going to put this one in my healing kit initially. It's always really good to keep a bandage on you, especially when playing alone, because you cannot bandage yourself if you bleed. Via the support kit, the shears. You have to... God dang it, I need a bow. For that, you have to use outside of the shears. So, in case of bleed, which it really seems like I'm going to be taking a lot of damage in this playthrough, it's very important to have something to prevent that. It's very important to realize when you're acting alone and when you're acting with a friend. That is a very key point to this game, which, playing on this account alone, gives semblance to meaning that I should be more preservative than I should priority. Which I realize now that that didn't make any sense, and that's okay. Didn't need to. I don't need 2 milks. Having one on me is more than reasonable. We're gonna go ahead and... Come on. It's too low and I don't know if there's a way out. That's fine. I'll come over here. Oh, there's one after me. Loser. Cool. Alright, so I should have more than enough equipment to get me to... Carmi, and from there Romero across the Continental Bridge, which is great, because that means I don't have to worry about any of that, which is more than fine. So I will start heading out of the town, and onward, and upward. I really wish I could have found a bow, but I haven't, and that's okay. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get to Carmi, so unless something interesting happens on the road, I'll probably cut the video here. And then I will see you when we reach Carmi and the Continental Bridge. Dash Mike. This is a powerful name. Alright, so we have arrived in oh, okay. So this is what a fully armored someone who is gone into, gone to the north and come back alive. He's in full iron armor. He's very well equipped. I'm sure if he showed his equipment and stuff, it'd be very, very strong. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap that on there now that I'm encountering more people. Oh, I just sprinted. That's a big problem. Having people around is kind of terrifying. Ah, here we go. Here's a good lore for, so this is Carmi. Welcome to the port town Carmi, gateway to the east. Carmi's was an ideal location to receive supplies from the west and a perfect point to gather supplies before continuing towards the jungle in the mythical city of Agni Ignis. When Jo-Na-A was raised, hysteria gripped the east, and refugees from the disaster migrated towards the coast. Having heard about the quarantine enforced in Romero, Carmi was overwhelmed by refugees crossing the Continental Bridge. Totally unprepared and with no militia to screen the waves of people entering the continent, the virus swarmed into the east. So that's a good idea of what the story's looking like for this game, is that there was a plague caused by something that ended up spreading. And as you play, you'll find lore just like that, spread out everywhere. Man, I would like a bow, please. Like, is that a thing? Good lord. But most of the main town, I'm sure Guten has one, I just didn't find it. But most of the main towns have lore and that sort of thing that are very interesting. I find it very interesting because I love stories and stuff like that, especially well-told ones. Nope, that's melon and a potato. Can I get a bow, please? That's all I want. Man, they've got fake cake here. It's not a bow. Gosh dang it. Oh, there's another door here. Hold on. We'll check through here first. We will check upstairs first. That is an iron shovel that I'm actually not gonna... I'm not gonna worry about graves in this. Because like I said before, they're kind of awful. They really only have... I've really only found them to have zombies in them, which is really unfortunate. Because a lot of the times they... Like, the idea of it is really interesting to me. Because it's like, back in the mythical era, like fantasy type era, it was common for people to... put things in or bury things with people, and so that idea is really cool. But because of how intensive the survival is for this, it's much more of a risk, I should say, of trying to find every last thing that's in there. Another thing to note, if you wonder why I break the chests every time I see it, even if I don't take everything, is because when the chests respawn, which is a very frequent thing, it re-randomizes the loot. Here I'm going to show off that I am a decent person. I'm just going to bandage them, which there are achievements in this game, though I don't believe they're all set up the best currently. Man, I am getting... crap. Some of them proc, some of them don't, and some of them are ridiculous in terms of the amount. That's a carrot. And this place is hopeless. I'd have better luck at St. Rose Luck. Hello. You want this sword? Sure. Thanks. And there's an example of kindness showing kindness. So that's why I like healing and showing, going out of my way to preserve people, makes friendships. They tend to give you stuff. It's great. Very useful. Alright, so, that person's a terrible person. So that's why I like turning on death messages, because it lets you know who is bad, who is not. A singular bow, please, game. Well, I probably have enough food for now. I'd like to also find a wooden hoe. That would be nice. I want this. No, my axe. Okay, this guy's just sprinting out of his mind. So one of the nice things about this is that they keep the 1.8 style combat mechanics, so you can spam your sword, and it's really nice. Let's see, anything? Nope. All right, so I'm going to pass over the Continental Bridge, and it looks like the Slow King is coming with me. So that's exciting. We are going to spend a little bit of time. I really want a bow before I head off. If I can get a bow and some more arrows, and maybe max out my sword some more, we can do a lot. But we're going to go into a area that requires teamwork, providing they come down. Can you come down here? Oh, bandage. Nice. Do 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 do. So we head down here. There's cakes. There's water. It's a really good place to sit. Nice, that had arrows in it. I'm gonna replace my apple with that. Yep, but my goal is to, like I said, find a button. Oh, and there's some lore. Yeah, let's go ahead and take one of those. Alright, so... Oh, this is section 3. I don't want to read this yet. I'm pretty certain we called some zombies, because we did a lot of running in here. Oh, there it is. She let him in. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to check the potions. I believe that's number 1, so we'll read that here in a second. Gosh, dang it. So many trap chests in here. Well, I've killed 10 zombies in a single life. Alright, and now I'm actually going to check the rest of these potions, see if there's if they're any better or any worse than what I already have. And it looks like they are all the same, so it does not matter. Alright, so we're going to hop up here, kind of sit in a spot in nope, and I'm being attacked. Freaking heck. Alright, so let's see. So, History of Romero, Section 1. The seaside town of Romero, now home to the Night's Watch, became ground zero for the plague that would ravage the world. Is that all it is? Yes, okay. Alright, so that's Section 1. Pretty sure Section 3 is the last one, so... I will look around for Section 2, and then we will go on towards St. Roseluck Island. We'll see what we can do from there. No, that's not what I want. And let's see. Yep, I knew there were a couple more chests up here. Hey, a bow! Son of a biscuit. Actually, there's a lot of good stuff in this one. The bow is very important. I'm gonna move my food over. And I always keep a bowl on me, because like I said before, the, wasn't there a stone sword in there? Whatever. Where is he at? There you are. The mushroom stew has some of the best, hunger regen and, what's the other word I'm looking for? Saturation in the game. I believe it's 8 and 8 for both. And it only stacks up to 1. So that's why the other thing I would really like, if I could find it, is a wooden hoe. That way, as we're traveling, we can pick up mushrooms. Alright, girl. I don't know if you're doing this on purpose or not. Ah, that's why. There's another person here. You want a Discord for MineZ players. That's funny. I'm pretty sure she's sprinting. That's the reason why there's so many zombies that keep showing up. Because once again, like I said before, the sound thing plays a really important part in this game, and you want to make as little as possible. But because of how many people there are here, it's also spawning a lot. So, feel real bad for her. But it's fine. So we'll jump across here once. Again, a wooden hoe. Really nice. Would be fantastic. Or finding the other piece of lore that's here somewhere. I bet you it's in the sewers. That's where I would put it. Bam. One thing to note too is that the further north you go, the zombies actually get tougher. As soon as you cross the PvP line, it goes from taking like 1 arrow to taking like 3. So just be prepared for that. The coastal stuff they're all real weak. Oh, right. They also have events on Saturdays for people who like PvP stuff. I'm not one of those people, but for those that enjoy it, it might be something worthwhile. I don't actually know what it consists of. I've never done it. It's whatever. It's weird. I definitely got slowed there. Maybe it's not in the sewers. Maybe I was wrong. Or maybe there's just sections 1 and 3 because it wants me to look for them. That'd be something this game does. Won't you tell me your secrets? Please, I'm begging. Whisper unto me your deepest told secrets. But we're just gonna keep on going here. Again, it's a shovel. It's not what I need. I really need a wooden hoe. Those arrows are nice, though. What the heck? I don't know where that came from. Like I said, it's still not perfect. It's not a perfect game. It's gonna have some stuff that kind of leaves you like, what just happened? But there's more good with the game than there is bad. There it is. I knew it would be down here. I knew it. Tell me. Yes. History of Romero, Section 2. Initial infections and subsequent deaths were thought to be little more than a common cold, the bodies being moved to the sewer as no better method for disposal existed. When the dead rose, though, this storage in the sewer backfired. Too many laid sick and dying above ground to mount any resistance, and a decision to abandon the city was made. And I think we still have Section 3. The city's watch mounted a full-scale quarantine of the city, even going as far as blasting apart a length of the Continental Bridge to stop refugees and the sickness from spreading to the east. Breaking the bridge only succeeded in isolating the east. However, this quarantine was too little too late. The damage had already been done. The infection had spread too far and too quickly to be contained. I just threw my axe on the ground because I thought I was cool. Alright, so we're gonna leave here. It's obvious that I'm not gonna find what I want right now. So we'll check a couple chests on the way out of the city, and then I will head towards St. Roseluck rather than heading more west, because that's not what I want. I'll probably circle around St. Roseluck a few times, find some decent stuff. Probably upgrade my armor and weaponry a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Seems as though the chests here have already been gotten. Nope. There's the respawn. And nothing I need. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. I believe it is the northwest corner of Romero that's been breached. I would recommend trying to avoid jumping as often as you can. However, I'm just real bad at placing myself in situations where I don't have to jump, so I end up jumping a lot more than I need to, which is really sad, but oh well. So we will be making our way north. We'll follow the coastline until we come across what's known as the giant tree. There's a few of those across the map. This is just the one that's closest to Romero. And then from there, we'll jump into the water and swim to St. Roseluck. Hopefully there won't be any players, because we will be after the PvP line. If there are, if we die, I will probably end the video off there, and then we'll come again next time, and we'll see what happens. But as it stands, the PvP border ahead. PvP combat is enabled beyond this point. They do a fancy walled thing of particles. Let's see, where am I at right now? Oh wow, I've gone way too far. How did I miss this? Okay, well that's fine, I guess. We can do this. So this is the observatory. This is a lot northern than I thought I would end up going, but you know, I went there. I'm here now. So I'm gonna spend some time here. There's parkour. Parkour is a big thing in this map, or in this game. Because it's really hard to do, like, just combat dungeons when everything hurts a lot more than normal. I was going to see if there is anything around that I can use to drink some water with. I don't think so, so I'm just gonna have to... Oh, well, the coast is, like, right there, so that actually doesn't matter. So we're going to, we're gonna do a bit of PvP here. We're gonna see how well, I can do it. So we'll get up to the first floor, see what's there, which I think I've just about made it. And then it's the floor that comes after that. I've actually done this. I've been to this place a couple times, but it is, after a point, it gets really hard. The parkour gets really hard. There's one jump I just constantly fail because I suck at this game. We're gonna see if I hit that. Hup. 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 And then to here. Oh, that's right. There's a ladder right here. This ladder brings me up here, and we're on level 2. Guess there's not a chest here. That's fine. And I apologize if it's dark for y'all. This game just gets like super dark. Ow, that is not the jump I normally miss. But it's great that I missed it anyway. Hup. Hup. There we go. And then hup. So, for whatever reason... Oh, here's a good chest. Oh, nice. I can put my bow... So this is where I normally mess up because I'm just bad at everything. So this one block jump right here, I tend to mess up because I just overbear it and I don't sprint it. Oh, don't tell me that's the jump. Is that the jump? Ooh, that's real mean. Oh, okay. Oh. Alright, and we are at the top of the observatory. I am so good at this game. Bullsworth's telescope. I'm looking through it. I figured there'd be something useful up here, but I don't see it. Unless there's more to this than I realize. There's not even water up here. What the heck? What's the point of this? I think by chance I've been bamboozled. Or is there more? No, there's not. It's really just... Wow, this is honestly so sad that there's nothing up here. I climb all this way for literally nothing. Well, can't say that's not great. That's honestly super sad. I'll take some of the damage because I have plenty of health potions. It's just more of the getting down part. Ooh! Alright, well that was more than I wanted to take. But that's what health potions are for. Wow, that's... Oh, okay, I'm actually real sad over that. That's not bad. So I got a Smite 1 Stone Axe here, which will do more damage to the zombies, which is great. But there was actually nothing at the top of this place, which made it really sad. Actually going to replace that one with this. And here's an example of an upgraded tier of armor. This is studded leather. This is one step up above leather. You can think of it as essentially protection on armor. I'm going to actually keep a hold of my old boots, though, because I keep saying actually. Not actually, because I keep saying actually. I just keep saying actually. But just in case they break and I don't find any replacement soon, I'm just going to keep a hold of them. But for now, we will head this way towards St. Roseluck. Okay, so the guy dropped nothing but health pots. I'm also sorry to the person I killed. I'm a terrible person, I understand. Oh, there are 2 bandits online. I'm pretty sure I killed the codeine crazy guy. And I humbly apologize, but I got nervous. And he wasn't moving, so I can assume he was either logged out, combat logged, or he just wasn't paying attention. But I'm very much hoping there is no one here. I'm hunting to not die, but that's beside the point. Good, more arrows. I do not have the gear right now to actually fight people, unless they're on the same gear set as I am. So I am very much hoping... Wow! With a diamond sword. So there's a representation of the highest you can get. A diamond sword is something that you can only get by slaying essentially the hardest individual mob of the game, which is a giant. So ordinarily in Minecraft, giants are... They don't... You can spawn them via commands, but they don't have any AI. So they won't attack anything. They'll just sit there and they'll face one direction. But in this game, they have coded them, and they are terrifying. They are definitely something I would not want to mess with. At least not yet. My goal for this is to... There's a quest line I shouldn't say quest line. There is a, wow, with bare hands. Come on, Matt. You can use words. There are dungeons, as we've talked about before, in this game. However, there are some dungeons that you get items for that lead to other locations, and so on. So there is a dungeon set, a whole line of them, meant for essentially beating the game. I don't want to hear people, so I get nervous. It's a crafting bench. And they lead all the way to Axis Mundi, which is, or the Library of Axis Mundi, which is this mythical place that you can only get to after finding 3 items from the 3 hardest dungeons in the game. And it really interests me because I like that sort of stuff. I love heavy, intensive lore, adventures, quests, that sort of thing. So that's kind of the goal for this, is to get to that point. Oh, with Fortune 2. Okay. That's amazing, actually. That must have been a rare tool chest. God, I'm so nervous, because this town can be popular at times. So I want to make sure I don't just... Oh, I sprinted. Ow. Oh, mushroom. I'll keep one of those on me. If I can find a brown mushroom, I can make some stew. Yep. The last time my friend and I, Jack, who is frequently on my Twitch channel, were here, we found a... that's a reason to keep a shovel on me. We found a guy in iron here. Full iron. And we got decimated. Like, it was 2v1, I was in chainmail. And it did not go well. I got absolutely destroyed. Bandage. Boink. Just being in this town makes me nervous. So I will probably post these videos once a week, and then do hour-length videos. Just because that seems more appropriate to me than doing 30 minutes or like a 20-minute clip of me just playing this game. I actually really want to do something with this. Not risking that. No. No, you don't, zombie. Where are you? Why are you spawning there? Oh, nice, an aloe vera. So this gives fire resistance for 30 seconds, which is really good, because in a lot of cases there are, in dungeons and stuff, there's a lot of times where you can have lava parkour and that sort of thing, and this could keep you alive long enough to get out. That's real nice. But I've stayed here to the point where zombies are starting to spawn, which is both a good and a bad thing, because that lets me know that there's no one else here, because I'm the one spawning the zombies. But the bad side of that is that now I won't be able to tell if there are people when they come, other than the words that pop up. There's... sounds like someone's nearby, which is the most terrifying things I can ever hear, by the way. Now, for those who are curious, there is actually a dungeon in St. Roseluck. It is actually here in the church. These iron doors to either side will lead off to a rather difficult dungeon. if you're into that. Oh, nice. A lot of instant health 2s. A lot of instant health 2s. Fantastic. So if you're into that, like, I can step down here and I can show you. But I won't be attempting it anytime soon. And here you go. St. Roseluck Crypt. Tip, you cannot hop this. Grapples will not always work, and you can't hop this dungeon's loot room, which I don't know what the hop means. But it's terrifying. Like, I'm not even gonna try. Because to give you an idea, so on the map you can click locations and it'll give you a breakdown. This dungeon's a 6.3 out of 10. Which means everything is incredibly difficult. There are chances of getting like legendary items from here, but it is very mortifying. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm just gonna walk out. Because I do not have the gear to attempt this. My goal here, however, is to find a button. Ow. Jerk. And forgive me if you hear my phone going off. I'm getting text messages from family. That seemed to never stop. But that is okay. Family is family, and family are cool. So, we are going to... We're going to keep going... We're going to keep going around, like I said, until I find a button. And then any equipment I find after that is just nice. Like that chain helmet. It is half health, so I don't actually need this. Get a wheat. That's exciting. If I find one more wheat, I can make cocoa beans, which is better than my melons by a lofty amount, because I can stack them up to 8. You can also tell when a chest is trapped, which that is one of the features of this game. Is occasionally you'll come across a chest, and you open it and there's a zombie. As I'm sure you've seen a few times now with me running around and opening chests all willy-nilly. But one of the benefits of, or one of the things about that is if you look at a chest before you open it, chests with zombies in them, chests that are trapped, look exactly like, or they work just like the normal trapped chests do in Minecraft, where they have that red circle around them, around the lock. So like it'd be right around here. So that's a good way to try and look or infer. What we just got here, the yellow dye, is Revitalizer. Using that will give 2 extra hearts of absorption. That is very strong in a fight. Or in a dungeon, because if you're going up against a mini-boss, it's very, very nice having extra hearts. That is a throwable instant health too. That is amazing. Wow, I'm getting real lucky with my potions here. And I'm getting more messages, like, good lord. It's crazy. But, so we are going to keep on going through here. There's another antibiotic. And I'm more so filling this up, so in case later on I do find someone I want to tag along with for like a dungeon, for an instance, I can play the role that I play for everything. Seems like I am not having luck. Well, I'm getting lucky with some other things though. Finding the chain hat and all of my equipment that I have so far has been really lucky. So this one is trapped because you can see it's a different coloring. So it's good to just beat him down. But because of that, and I didn't know, I heard you coming. I didn't know where you were coming from though. You must have fallen from in there. But because I attacked him, I made noise, which caused the other zombies nearby to come after me. So this is something you always want to take note of. 53, 48, it's fine. No. Man, I'm getting real lucky with tools here, though. Like, geez. A Fortune 2 hoe, a Fortune 1 shovel, a Luck of the Sea fishing rod. Which I believe, I'm not entirely confident. I believe fishing works. I'm just not sure how. Oh, there's nothing in here. Because there's actually two uses for fishing rods in this. Sometimes they're a fishing rod, more often than not. And then rarely you can get a grappling hook. Which is something that... Hi, everyone. Oh, that's an admin. There's an admin online right now. That's pretty crazy. Oh, are we about to get kicked? Yep. Oh, we're about to get kicked. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any. Yep, so he's asking us to do the old logout, so with that said, we're going to perform a safe logout, which essentially means that we can't be combat logged, or it's a preventative measure for combat logging and that sort of thing. But without all that said and done, I think I'm going to end it off for this episode. So thank everyone so much for watching. I commonly stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my Twitch at twitch.tv/MattDoesEverything. Or you can catch more videos on my YouTube channel at MattDoesYouTube, where I commonly post on... Oh, I'm sorry, I totally said that wrong. I stream at Twitch... Let me just reset all of this. Thanks everyone so much for watching. If you want to see more, you can catch me streaming live, normally around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Or if you want to catch more on YouTube, you can find it for yourself at MattDoesYouTube on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Normally around noon is when my videos upload, though I tend to be late on some of them, a lot of them. Shush. As well as play D&D at various points with various people at various times of the week. So be sure to follow me on Twitter at MattDoesAll, so you can find out when I'm playing D&D and how to see me play it. So with all that said, thanks everyone so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye. And